The only thing I've ever cheated on in my life is a couple of quizzes and tests throughout my academic career. But who hasn't, huh? You show me one person that claims they didn't glance over at a smarter student's exam about adenosine triphosphate, and I'll show you a liar. Because that's a disgusting fib and you need to wash your mouth out with soap. So yeah, I cheated on a couple quizzes and tests. Throw me in handcuffs. Come and get me, ATF. And other than that, the only other thing I've ever cheated on is a couple of photos in college. When I was a little more insecure about my height, I'd kind of cheat a little bit by standing up on my tippy toes subtly. But other than those couple of things, nothing else. Except, also, when I was struggling with some hard video games when I was a kid, I used to go to cheatplanet.com to kind of cheese my way through it using less than honorable means. But other than those few things, nothing. But today I stand before you accused of being a cheater, so I'm here to tell you my side of the story here. So, all of you know how much I've been deep into Magic the Gathering recently. And two games just went up, two very big games, both with the biggest Magic the Gathering channel on YouTube, The Professor, Tolarian Community College. The first video went up on his channel where I was playing my favorite commander, Satoru Umezawa. I did not make any misplays in this game or anything like that. I put on an absolute fucking clinic here, putting the fear of God into the entire Magic community with my prowess with this deck. And by that I mean I didn't make a complete fool of myself, so that's wonderful. And then the second game that we filmed with the Professor went up on our channel, Skill Check. And this game has spawned a bit of a controversy in the comments section, as well as like some conversation outside of that as well. In this game, I was piloting a pretty complicated deck that most people shy away from because it's very complicated. It's a lot to keep track of, it's a lot of calculations and number crunching. I was playing Big Honker's Tribal, and unfortunately I missed an important trigger. When big titties enter the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on your penis. That was just a tweet that I had in my drafts for the last couple of days, unsure of whether or not I should send it or if it's too niche, and I don't really use Twitter that much anyway, so I decided let's just rip it in this video here. What I was actually playing is my Linda deck that I built, and I'm pretty unfamiliar with it overall. I've only played it a few times prior to busting it out for this video, and I made a couple of misplays that actually had a pretty big effect on the outcome of the game, and I kind of want to go over it here because people actually think that I did it on purpose to pull a fast one on the Professor and squeak out a W that was unearned. I'm playing Linda, who is just a Lich Queen, so when I attack with one or more zombies, I get to draw that many cards based on how many are attacking, and then I'll discard that many cards as well. She has an activated ability where I can pay 2 and exile 2 graveyard cards to make a zombie token.
Oh, nice. Fast.
Draw. I'll play a command tower. I'm going to tap for black mana, and I'm going to play a vampiric tutor. So I'm going to search my library for a card. While I do that, I can pass to you if you'd like.
Feels like
well, it's more if you'd like. Would you like to pass?
I'd like to pass to you while I do this.
Well, I accept the pass.
My very first play had a huge blunder here. The equivalent of scoring on your own basket to open up the NBA game. It's not like I played anything incorrectly. It's actually a pretty strong turn 1 play. What I forgot to do is take 2 damage for the Vampiric Tutor. Now, the 2 damage would not have made a difference on the outcome of the game whatsoever, but the literal first moment that you can fuck up, I did. And it wasn't on purpose. This wasn't a nefarious scheme to avoid taking 2 damage. It's just there are so many cards in Magic, and some of them do such similar things, but in different ways. So, tutors. There's a lot of different tutors, and all of them do like the same core mechanic of getting the card that you want, but all of them have like little different nuance about them. And I forgot that Vampiric Tutor is the one that carries a 2 life cost to use it after you pay for the mana. So I just completely forgot about that, and I didn't bother to read the card because I know what tutors do. I just forgot that this one makes you pay 2 life for it as well. It was an honest mistake. I didn't mean to not take 2 damage. I wasn't sitting there like sweating like, oh geez, I hope no one notices. It's just one of those things that it slipped my mind. I didn't even think to read the card because I've played tutors so many times, but Vampiric Tutor, I just completely forgot had that little zinger in there at the bottom that makes you take 2 damage. So that never went through. I never took the 2 damage, and I apologize. I wasn't cheating on purpose. It was a simple boo-boo, a little whoopsie-daisy. We've all done them. We've all had those moments.
be lacking creatures.
I
still.
seem to also be lacking a game plan.
You know, it's just the smart move to hit you. I'll send one to Charlie.
I was about to say,
We
Charlie's
were just
also
talking
lacking
about how
Yeah,
cool we were.
It's just one.
So he broke the accord. So
No.
you're going to have to.
I haven't done it
I'll
yet.
team up with you against him since he violated
I
the
can't
accord.
get through.
I
here.
honored my accords, by the way. Charlie.
That's true.
I
This
do
guy will
honor my
have death
accords.
touch no matter what.
That's true.
These two are trouble. Not like us. We're cool.
We're like
Why'd we flip so quick?
father and son.
We are like father
Just in
and
a
son.
little, a couple.
You and I are kind of like father and son too.
Like lovers in a way.
Yeah, more like lovers, I'd say. Okay, so Ishin at Drew, Lightfoot Rogue at Prof, Hellrider at Chuck.
Is that a 1-1?
It's a 3-3.
You said it was 1.
You just turned on me instantly.
I was talking
roll
to
your
him
dice and do all
about
the tricks.
familial ties.
You know what? If my wife goes and flirts with a man, I don't like it.
that came out of nowhere. If you need to talk about something, like I'm
She's
available.
never done it.
Yeah, in the hypothetical scenario.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Scary territory.
Rooftop Storm is coming out.
Returning favorite.
Yep. So now I can pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for zombie creature spells that I cast. Any responses?
I counter it in green while tapped out.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how.
I have nothing.
I also have nothing.
Yeah, it resolves.
Bang. Grave Titan's coming out for my first zombie.
Okay.
Oh.
ETB, I'm getting 2/2 zombie tokens.
Yep. Oh, we have
Judge,
zombie tokens.
Zombie tokens?
My lord.
Thank you so much.
Probably spring.
Oh yeah, 2 damage from my
some
Ancient Tomb
point,
as well.
You're gonna need this eventually.
Death Baron's coming out. So everything's getting +1/+1 and Death Touch. So all of the zombies are now, these are all 3/3s. This is a 4/3. This is a 9/8. And this is just a 2/2.
Well, these are
And Death Touch.
5/4s. Because they're getting
Oh,
+2,
plus, yep.
+1, and +1/+1.
You're right.
Cool.
And
Yeah, no, cool.
That's cool.
Yay.
Rooftop Storm, I can cast my commander without paying as well because it's a zombie. So Linda is also entering the battlefield.
Oh, shit.
Yep, Linda's coming out now.
Let's look at life
Yeah,
totals.
it's gotta
Let's
be-
assess threats.
Let's look at life totals.
You did 5 damage to
No,
me.
that's true.
This is
That's
returning the favor.
That's fair.
5 coming at you.
I appreciate that we're not fully at odds with each other yet.
And I want to put everyone's mind at ease. I don't have infinites in the
Also,
deck.
don't we have an accord? Didn't we
We
agree
do.
to the accord? Yeah.
Exactly.
It's us against them. This is like two-headed giant here.
Are we friends now?
I-
think
They're-
they
you guys are, we're friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
We were the first friends.
And then you attacked
and
and
you
you
hit
broke
me.
the accord.
When people go into dungeons, it's literally called a party.
He's
like,
fucking right.
Like, what's up with
No,
that?
that's a good point.
I pass.
All right.
I'll stop the tape right there because I bet if you're a Magic player, your eyes are watering and steam is coming out of your ears. Because, did you catch what I did wrong? I played a West Tech Tyrant, which is a Grave Titan. It's not a zombie. So Rooftop Storm, everything else I did was fine. Rooftop Storm is a fucking busted card. I don't know how this card exists in the game. This fucking card is a meteor when it hits the table. This card goes infinite with like every card that Magic's ever printed, assuming it's a zombie. It's unbelievable. This card would go infinite with my fucking grandmother. Like, anything synergizes with this card. Most notably, if you have like an Archlich, you can infinitely venture into the dungeon and kill the entire table, and it's actually just a 1-card infinite combo. You just have Rooftop Storm out, and then you play the Archlich, and you insta-win, as long as the Rooftop Storm's not countered. So, I don't play infinites in the deck because that's not fun. It's not interactive. My Rooftop Storm is only for like sillier plays, but here, it actually ramped me up so fucking quickly because I just had access to the zombies. But the thing that I fucked up on is the Grave Titan not being a zombie. Thus, I couldn't play that for free. And that's a big card to have come out because it got me some zombies, it got me some zombie tokens, and it's just a big body, and it has Death Touch, and I made an illegal maneuver right there. I should have been taken out behind the barn and shot. It is not something that you can do with Rooftop Storm, it only affects zombies. I thought Grave Titan was a zombie. I never even bothered to check, but it's actually just a giant. Its name is fucking Grave Titan. To me, that screams zombie. It looks like a zombie. So, in my head, I thought it was. Plus, most zombie decks actually play a Grave Titan because it's just a really strong token generator and a good card in general. But I never bothered to check if it actually is a fucking zombie. So, I mindlessly autopiloted, threw it down, and the table took me at my word, but my word was mud. It was incorrect. It was A huge fraudulent play right there. That was a big old liar, liar, plants for hire moment, and I regret it. Now, spoiler alert, I did win the game. It wasn't like a full-blown steamroll or anything, but obviously the rooftop storm really put me in a position to be a huge fucking problem at the table. Now, the Grave Titan is a strong card, and having it out that early, illegally, did absolutely make it much more difficult for everyone else to respond to my threat on the table. So, it did have an effect on it. I do still think that the outcome of the game would have been the same, because I'm the best goddamn Magic player the world's ever seen. I just refuse to read cards, apparently. But the second that I become literate, it's over for the whole scene at the commander table. I'm telling you right now, Hulkmania is going to run wild out there, brother. Point is, though, I do feel really bad because that super sucks that I made such a huge misplay. It's just such a complicated game, and it's so easy to lose track of what things are what things and what they do and how they synergize with other things. There are just so many fucking moving parts to Magic the Gathering, and it's why I love it so much. And it's important to note, I am still new to this. I've only been playing Magic for like 2-ish months now, maybe a bit longer, so I am still very much a novice. And even professional players make misplays. Not to go full copium here, but the most recent tournament, there was some illegal maneuvers that happened that weren't on purpose, like they weren't trying to cheat, but even professionals sometimes lose track of like how things resolve and all of that. So it's just a game with a lot of moving parts, and misplays happen, and they don't always come from a place of malice. But I am sorry that I made a huge fucking misplay there. That was a big illegal maneuver to make, and nobody in the room caught it. Like, even aside from us at the table, there was like 4 other Magic players there, and nobody seemed to have noticed either because no one said anything about it. So, or maybe they're just being nice. Maybe they thought this guy fucking super sucks. He's going to need this as like a, cushion to try and help him even compete in the game. That's possible too, I suppose. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. I didn't cheat on purpose. I highly recommend you check out that full video though, because that game was a banger. That video goes hard. It was a lot of fun playing with the professor, and I think the video came out great. Go check out Skill Check. We have some absolute fire content coming up. And yeah, I'm just super excited about all of it. Like, we recently started a new series where we're playing through every single Magic the Gathering set and doing box brawls where we open a sealed booster box of that set, and then we build a commander deck, brawl format deck, out of our packs, whatever our pulls are. And I do mean every single set. I'm talking all the way back to the beginning. Alpha, baby. So we are, undergoing a long series here that I am super excited for. So, yeah, that's really about it. Just want to talk about it. That's it. So, yeah.